if God is love and he has an overwhelming amount of love for us, that means that he gives himself to us.
Yeah, man.
And there's nothing that nobody can do about it, right?
Nope, not even
Whenever
ourselves.
we partner with depression, we believe in that lie. We're completely ignoring the fact or forgetting about the fact that the Lord's word is true.
Yeah.
And we believe in the lie that he doesn't give himself to us, right?
Yeah.
Even a little bit, if we believe in that lie,
Yeah.
we have it completely wrong.
Yep. Yeah,
How incredible
I
is
like that. Even believing a little bit of the lie, a little bit, like maybe something could make me a little less lovable,
Yeah.
right? Because that seems small.
Exactly.
But the reality is, here's the thing. The only way that we get to overcome death and demons and hell and all these things, it's not because we're strong enough, right?
Yeah.
Like, put me in a room with a demon, bro, that thing's going to step on me,
We
right?
would,
Like,
in
right.
every way.
Yeah. But the thing is that God is the way we're able to overcome these things. His angels, his power, his spirit, all these things, right? The fact that that lives in us
Come on.
means this. If Satan himself, right, much more powerful than me, can't separate me from God's love, how can weak me, I'm too weak to remove God's love from myself, right? I'm not strong enough to I'm not strong enough to separate God's love from me. I'm not strong enough to do anything. If for anybody who feels not loved, for anyone who feels like God doesn't love them or that they've done too much bad stuff, I'm sorry, you're just not good enough to make God not love you. You're not strong enough. You're not powerful. There's nothing you can do. You're not that good. God is going to love you no matter what. That is the most powerful thing, dude. When you start thinking about the beginnings of combating depression, combating anxiety, combating worry, to know right here, take the most powerful thing you can imagine and know that that thing cannot separate you from God's love. When you feel unloved, unlovable, it's a lie. It is a complete lie. You need to start, the foundation of your thinking needs to start with that. Again, I'm not saying what you feel isn't real. I'm saying what you feel isn't true.
You said it perfectly. And that is the most beautiful way you can say it. I'm not saying that what you're feeling isn't real, right? So we want to acknowledge that. Like, yo, I know what you're feeling is real, right? But what you're feeling is not the truth. Let me introduce you to the truth.
Yes.
And this is what the Lord says about you. You are the apple of his eye. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You're co-heirs to the throne, right? Like you're his friend, right? You know, the God of the universe, you're his friend. He died for you.
Yeah,
You've
come
been
on.
adopted, right?
Come on.
To a sonship. You're a citizen in the New Jerusalem.
Let's
like, do you
go.
have any idea who
Dude,
you are?
Your value, your
And-
worth.
Oh
come on.
my goodness, like it's everything. And so it makes more sense that Paul said that if I don't have love, I am nothing, right? I am absolutely nothing. Because if you remove love from the equation, you remove God from the equation. And so he understands, like, make no mistake, without God, I am nothing.
Yeah.
But peep this, I do have him. So what does that say about me?
Yo, that's
right?
crazy.
And so from there, that's where that just your insecurities die
Yes,
when
they
you
die.
understand that depression dies
man.
when you understand that anxiety dies when you know who you are because of whose you are,
Yeah.
and then you start acting like it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's just
Dude,
beautiful.
and I just had this thought too when you were saying about the idea of having truth, right? Of having love. What's crazy is that truth and love, it's a person, right? It's the person of Jesus. Jesus is truth. Jesus is love.
Such a good thing.
So when you think about truth being a person, love being a person, the person of Jesus, who God is, he is a warrior. And I love when the Bible calls him the king of heaven's armies, bro.
Yeah, come
he is
on.
an army leader. He is
Yeah.
a warrior, right? He is equipped and skilled in battle.
Yes.
Like our God is not just some cute little like, dude, he is a warrior.
He's a player coach.
And
I
that,
mean, he
that
has it all. He knows it
person
all.
is love. That person is truth. That
Yeah.
warrior is the love and truth fighting for you,
Boom.
dying for you, giving
on.
for you, sacrificing for you.
on.
How could you feel not valuable knowing this? Again, Doesn't mean you're going to feel it, but knowing it. Knowing has to start. That is, to me, the foundation of overcoming this stuff is knowing who God is, who he calls you to be, and what he's given. Being reminded of that and not falling for the lie that says that you are not loved.
So you think about the love chapter anyway, right? We talk about it a lot in realms of marriage, right? But we don't necessarily enough anyway think about how powerful love is just in our day-to-day life, right? It says that love endures all, right? It said love never fails. What I mean, I'm saying, if I'm having an overwhelming amount of love, like within, and I understand that, right? Then how can we lose?
Yeah.
How can we in
Let's go,
any
bro.
given situation,
Yeah.
right? And it's a reason why he says that overwhelming, victory, right? It's a reason why the Lord says that we are more than overcomers.
Yeah.
Because he is.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. That's like, you can think, what is greater than victory? Well, it's more
know, right?
overwhelming
More.
victory,
Exactly.
right? Like,
I'm cool with victory.
Yeah.
I'm cool with being an overcomer.
Yeah.
When God says you're more than an overcomer,
yeah.
I want to tap into that too.
Bro,